Hello, everyone. My name is Marisa Robledo. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the director in the Center for Student Involvement. Today, you are joining our event coordinator training on how to build an event on ConnectSU. I'm super excited to share our new system with you. This is 2 years in the making, and we finally brought it to life. So now I'm going to share my screen so you can see what the new system looks like, and we'll walk through the ins and outs of creating an event on ConnectSU, how to track attendees at your event, and why it's important to put this information into the system. So let me share my screen with you and let's get started. So welcome to the new ConnectSU. This is 2 years in the making, something that we have been working really hard to bring to life for students after we've received feedback about the old system. And this system kind of does it all. And we're super excited about what that means for you and your clubs. So to get started with, we are going to jump into to what the system looks like. We are now on the homepage. In order to get here, all you have to do is go to seattleuniversity.campusgroups.com. It'll lead you to our login page, which is our SSO login. What that means is the same information you use to get onto My Seattle U, Canvas, your email, that is the information that you will put in to log in. Once you're in the system, it'll say hello, your name, show you our involvement quiz, show you upcoming events, what groups you're a part of, have access to apps like our club handbook, leadership tutorials, EMS, My Seattle U, Handshake, Canvas, user videos, events, chat, all is in here. So when you log in, you're going to go to your groups. We're going to build an event today on ConnectSU, but when you are replicating this, you will do so with your club that you are the event coordinator for. So from here, we're going to go to ConnectSU. It'll take you to the back end of the system. In the system, you're going to see all of these options. And today, what we're talking about are events. We're going to click on events. As you can see, we have 3 upcoming events. We have speed funding, student center takeover, and involvement fair. Next, we are going to go to create an event. And today's event that we are creating is S'mores Coming for Homecoming Week. So the event name, Homecoming S'mores Coming. In the description, you're going to want to put the club that's hosting this event. Why is this important? When we pull this information to go into the new events page for the university, so something that parents can see, alumni can see, we want them to know who's hosting. If it's just the event title, it doesn't tell you who the hosting party is. So here we're going to put the Center for Student Involvement invites you to our annual homecoming s'mores coming event on November. Let me check the date real quick. November 3rd. Event on November 3rd. Join us for our kickoff rally to home. Join us for our kickoff rally as we join us for our kickoff rally as we get ready to celebrate homecoming. Event starts at 4 p.m. in the quad. Have music, band, cheer, dance, and s'mores. So in the description, you just want to say the basic who, what, when, where, and why. Event type, we're going to go down to we're going to call it a social. An event, we're going to put event text is specific for our bucket list. If you're interested in that, please let us know. I will be happy to answer that. The event coordinator. So this is where you're going to put your information. And if you have team members that are helping you build this, you'll also add them to this. So I am the event coordinator for this event. It has my name. We can add team members. So for this, we're going to add Peter. And this system is a smart system. And so we'll automatically like pull people's names as you put them in. So Peter is going to be my team member for this. There is an opportunity for people to contact you directly with the new system. So if they have questions about are you selling tickets? Like how much is the tickets? Or can they bring an outside friend? They'll be able to message you and ask those questions. So now we're gonna build the event out. This event is November 3rd and starts at 4 p.m. and will end at 6:30 p.m. It is on campus in the quad. Or if you haven't determined your location, you could put TBD. I would only use TBD if you haven't received confirmation from EMS yet about your location space. But try to make sure that you're putting like the name and the location of where your events are happening so that students know where to go. We do not have a meeting link, but say that this was going to be a virtual meeting or people that weren't on campus could attend, you would be able to add a link here so students can attend virtually. So here we're going to put an event flyer. We do not have an event flyer yet, but we can upload the event flyer and event photo, and these are two different things. So the event photo is what is going to be used for the display on the home page. So here it you can crop it to be the correct size, but it's not going to show all the information. So you're going to want to make sure that it is all readable in the location that it needs to be. In the flyer, so say you have a full flyer that is beautiful, has imagery, has the contact information, all of that, you can upload that flyer in here and you'll be able to write text for those that are unable to see the flyer of like what the flyer says. More details. So what is different from old ConnectSU is how much information you're going to be able to provide in this system. It is going to allow you to tell a story. So for this event, we are going to have food. We're going to have s'mores. And we're going to have vegan. We're going to have vegan and gluten-free options available. Here is who you want to be able to see the event. Everyone means that even on the homepage when people aren't logged in, you'll be able to people will be able to see this event pop up. If you don't want everyone to see it and you just want Seattle University group campus group users to see it, you can choose that one. So that means that individuals that have an account will be able to see this. Say that this is an event only for your group members. So say it is a meeting and you have to have paid dues to attend the meeting. And you have all your paid membership in your roster. You could do group members only, which means that only the individuals on your roster or in your group will be able to see this event on the calendar. You can put some members in your group and you can specify. So say it's an e-board meeting and you only need the e-board there, you'd be able to select some group members and select those in your executive team that need to see the meeting in ConnectSU. You can do subgroups. So say you have paid membership and unpaid membership or like first year group or whatever it may be. You can choose a subgroup within your club grouping altogether. It can be invite only, so you can invite certain people to the event or members with badges only. And so badges, we have gamified what ConnectSU looks like, and now there's opportunity to get badges in this process, in this system. For this particular event, since it's s'mores coming, we're going to put everyone. Who can see the event, similar to, well, the first part was register. Who can see it? Again, everyone, those that are not logged in will be able to see it. Those logged in as a user only, so only people that have access to ConnectSU, which are students, faculty, and staff. Group members, so those are part of individuals that are part of your roster, or just the people who are allowed to register, which goes back to here. So if you say invite only, then only those individuals will be able to see the event. Or if it's private and it's hidden, you can put no one, always hide from calendar. And so this, I do want it displayed on the homepage. RSVP. So say you are having an event and it only allows you to have 20 people. You are going to be able to build out an RSVP list here that limits the amount of people that can come. So if you have limited spacing for your event, you'll be able to build out what RSVP looks like. So so I want to put no, we don't necessarily want people to register, and we'll leave it like that. You're going to be able to do feedback. So say you're hosting an event and it's the first time you're doing it, you're like, oh man, I don't know. Maybe we should see if this was good. You're going to be able to do a feedback form. And so send feedback request 24 hours after the event. You'll be able to change that and you can put, I'm going to put it at the end of the event. And so at the end of the event, everybody that checked into S'mores Coming will get an email from CSI through campus groups or ConnectSU, and it'll provide a survey of my choosing. So here's our surveys. You would have to go into your system, and I'll show you that when we're done on this page, on how to build a survey. And you would then link it here. So if you do a survey, my recommendation is that you build the survey, the feedback form first, so that when you're in here, it automatically pops up and you just select it and you don't have to come back. There's opportunity to write, add custom content if you'd like. But for right now, I'm going to put no to feedback. But we'll come back to show how to do the form. So technically after that, you're done, but there are more options. So in here, there's an attendance tracking option. So do you want them to do multiple check-ins, self-checkout, RSVP, check-in notifications, swipe IDs. So we are going to want to do swipe scan ID cards. And why do we want to do that is for the students, when you have your event, you'll be able to track that information, and that information is golden. At the end of the year, if you saw on our social media, we did a recap of involvement on campus and shared the story of what being involved looks like at Seattle U. And just to bring everyone up to speed, this past year, um, 88 of our 120, so 88 clubs of our 120 recognized clubs hosted events during the 2024-2025 academic year. So that means that 88 clubs put their events on ConnectSU. 704 events were registered on ConnectSU. So the 80 clubs that posted their events on ConnectSU, they had 704 total events. The total number of unique attendees. So unique attendees would be like Marisa is one unique attendee. So there were 1,915 unique attendees at the 704 events, or the 88 the 88 clubs that hosted events. On top of that, there was a total attendance of 4,596 attendees. Wow. So that is why we do tracking. We want to be able to tell your story of what you all are doing as clubs. So check in. We do have swipers in our office. We can also, I'll also show you how to manually check in for this event. You'll also be able to add more questions. So if you need to collect additional information from students, do you need their first name, last name, email, school degree, what information do you need from the registration page if you're doing registration. If there's speakers, so say you have a faculty member or a staff member coming to speak at your club event, you would be able to add them as a speaker in the event itself. Sponsors, so if this is a collaborative event or another club is co-sponsoring this with you, you'd be able to add them as a sponsor. So for this one, we're going to put Seek, and we would be able to add the Seek logo in here as a sponsor and put like what kind of sponsor they are. For this one, I'm not going to do it right now. I'll come back and edit later, just so I make sure I have their logo available. There is an opportunity to redirect. So if you need to collect additional information, you can add an additional URL link here that individuals that are registering will get. Automatically register to other events. So say that this is part of a series, you would be able to add them to like, okay, if you register for this one, you're also registering for this event. Cost center code. So in the system, we are going to be able to actually create where you'll be able to sell tickets to your events through ConnectSU. And so that'll be important information if you all are selling limited seating to your event. Waiver, there are waivers. So say you're going on a field trip or you're going for a hike or something like that, you'll be able to put a waiver in here. Co-host, similar to earlier, if you're co-hosting the event, like what club are you co-hosting with? So club, lists all the clubs, you'll be able to check who your co-host is. Oops. We're gonna close this real quick. If there's service opportunities, is there a virtual fair, event template? We don't need that. And calendar syncing. So if you want this to show up on people's calendars, like their Google Calendar or their Outlook calendar. For the purpose of this, we're gonna save as a draft. And you'll see it here. It's saved as a draft. We'll go back to the main page, like the main dashboard. We're on the main dashboard. We're going to events. You'll see on the side we have upcoming events, our past events. So we did tests, we did check-in, we did excellence awards. Here is the draft. We're going to go back to edit. I'm going to look it over again. Looks good. Okay, I'm going to create the event now. And now it'll show up on our calendar as an upcoming event right here. If you need to edit the event, you'll go to edit and be able to make edits. You'll be able to delete, you'll be able to manage, you'll be able to save, you'll be able to put it in the draft. We're going to save it again. It's now here. Now check-in. So we're gonna show what check-in looks like. I'm gonna create a test event in here for you all so you can see. It as training. We're gonna put today's date. We're gonna say at noon because that's coming up. It's on campus in CSI office. And now I'm going to create the event. So we can preview the event. So this is what the event will look like to individuals. This doesn't look very pretty. But when you add more information, similar to we'll do student center takeover, you see the photo. When I was talking to you earlier, like make sure you have the photo fit. This is what happens when you don't put it to fit correctly. Has date, time, I can add it to my calendar, can view it on map. I can see that I have one person that's registered for the event, which is great. Here's the full flyer, has information about the flyer. It has directions, which this is incorrect, but student center. Shows me who has registered to attend, and it shows who's hosting the event. So this is what it looks like when you put your event on ConnectSU. So now we're going to want to do check-in. So you're going to, day of event, you're going to log in. You're going to go to your organization. You're going to go to events. Your event calendar will pop up. You're going to go to check-in attendees. And you'll be able to do track attendance from computer, create a self-check-in QR code. So you can create a QR code, hang it at the entrance of your event, make sure that people scan it, check themselves in from their computer or from their phone, and then come into their event or self-check-in kiosk. Which is similar to track attendance with a computer. This allows users to check in by swiping their ID card or typing in their name. For this training, we're going to track with a computer. We're using my computer. You're seeing that we have a check-in. We do have, again, swipers in our office that you'll be able to check in, but say the swipers, like you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot to get the swiper. How am I going to do this? You will be able to put people's name into the system. If you just get their ID card and see like, oh, Marisa came to the event, it will automatically show my name and swipe me in. Checked in. Then say Peter comes to the event. Put Peter's name. Peter's name in, checked in, and it will continue to show you who's checked in. For the purpose of this, I'm going to use some of our student leaders that are part of student government, SEEK, and our student employees in here. Our graduate assistant, her name is Brianna, and her last name is Chung. Checked in. Diego Gonzalez, who is the student body president, checked in. We have um, Jocelyn. Jocelyn, who is the SEEK president, checked in. So it checks individuals into the system. You'll be able to go back to the event. And so far you see that 5 people have registered, 5 people have checked in, and it tells you who they are in here. This information is important because it gets to tell the story of who's coming to your events. So I plead with you that you please use this system to post your events so students know what's happening. Um, you're always um, you're always looking for students to get involved or to see what's happening on campus. Well, this is a great opportunity to do that. As you can see, here's the calendar of upcoming events. What's going on campus? What's happening? You can get them. Shout out to Circle K and Hadaka for getting their events on here. Get it. But you'll be able to put your events on here. And so students can come and see what's happening on campus. You'll be able to track who's coming and be able to tell the story of, hey, Marisa came to our event, and this is the first time we've seen Marisa at a club event. Let me send her a message and thank her for joining and ask her if she has any questions about our club. This is an opportunity for you all to build relationships with individuals that are looking to build community and get involved with you. So that is it with with the event side of things. I know we talked about the feedback survey. So we're going to go back into groups. We're going to go back to the CSI page and we're going to show how to create a form. So again, we're at the dashboard for our organization. You're going to go to surveys and forms. And in here, y'all are getting the behind the scenes. In here, you're going to be able to see all the lists that we've made for ConnectSU. You're going to kind of do the same. You're going to create one for your club and you're going to call it a survey. And it's going to be your event feedback survey. Similar to Microsoft Forms or Google Forms, you're just going to build a survey of asking questions about your event. So here, you have the option of doing a free text, a multiple choice, with single selection, multiple choice, multiple selection, a drop down, a paragraph free text, a file upload, a calendar, a group list, a ranking, election, club elections can be in here, asking for a signature, a quiz, and a rubric. What was your favorite thing? Oops. Favorite thing about our event? I want that to be a short answer. Text, and I want it mandatory. And I'm going to save changes and add a question. What was your least favorite thing about our event? So this is more general survey, but say you're having a more intricate event and you want them to rank everything. So say you had a face painter, a balloon artist, a photo booth, a DJ, and you say rank from most to least likely your favorite thing or whatever. And they can move things around to be in a list. You have that freedom, that ability to do so. But again, I'm saying like this one's just general. So save changes. And cool, I'm done put instructions. Thank you so much for attending our event. We would love your feedback and input so we can best serve you in the future. Well, period. I'm going to, oops, not hide it. Sorry, I was going to try to preview it. So preview the survey. Now you can see what it'll look like. And you're like, oh, I don't want it to say new survey August 26, 2025. How do I fix that? Back to the survey builder. Oh my gosh, that's where it goes. Event feedback survey. Okay, now let me see it again. So much better. Oh, I can create a link for it and a QR code. You're going to want the link. The link is what you feed into the event page for the feedback survey at the end. And or if you don't want to send the survey at the end of check-in, you can come grab this and actually send an email to all those that attended the event. So we're going to close this. We're going to save form as draft. It's back in my survey. We'll be able to come in here and see the drafts. And then, yeah, that is it for this. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. As you all are navigating the new ConnectSU and building your events, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to us at involvement@seattleu.edu. Now that this training is over, please be on the lookout for our quiz. It'll ask you some questions about this training and you'll be able to answer that, and then you are done. Congratulations and welcome to the new ConnectSU. We're so excited to work with you all as event coordinators. And if you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to ask. Have a great day, everyone.